Hey guys, this is Andre with Captcha Sniper, and Mike has been working hard lately to get you the newest edition of Captcha Sniper, which is called the Captcha Destruction Kit. Basically, from now on you won't have to wait for us to update some Captcha types, and you can just simply add your own most used Captcha types to it. And I'm going to show you today how to do it. It's not so complicated, but we thought we might shoot a tutorial video of it. Okay, so first thing that you would have to do, I'm going to show you as a test, as a side-by-side test with GSA search engine ranker, as it's the most popular tool out there at the moment. So you might want to start up Captcha Sniper and go to tools and select the Captcha Destruction Kit. In order to add a new Captcha type, you want to look for it first. So, as an example, I'm going to present you with the Hyper Guest Book. So, what you want to do is go to GSA, to Project Data, and double-click on it. And this notepad will pop up, and you will have here the search term, Hyper Guest Book. You just want to copy this one, and you want to paste it in Google, the exact footprint. I also added to it in URL guestbook just to trim out the garbage from it. So there we have already opened one guestbook here, and there we have our Captcha type. We go back to Captcha Destruction Kit, you got File, New Captcha Type, and you're going to name it Hyper Guest Book. And what you want to do here is, we have two options. We can either download the captchas or import the captchas. I'm going to explain you why we have these two options here. For this particular captcha, if we right click on it and set View Image, you see it changes. So each time I'm going to hit refresh, the captcha type changes, but for some Captcha types it will remain the same. It will have a unique code at the end of the URL, and it won't change once you hit refresh. So this is for now. For this one we can copy the URL, paste it here, and set the download quantity. This is how many Captcha images you're going to download. Well, I'm going to use 10 because I'm going to show you how it works with entering your answers manually to it. For the other option, the import Captcha option, you would have to, each time you would have to refresh the page, right click on the image and save as. And you can do this like 10 times. You know, we have here Captcha verification image .php. We add one to it. Then I'm just going to refresh the page. I'm going to right click again on it. I'm going to save it again. This time I'm going to add a 2 in front of it. And you can do this until you have 10 Captcha images. Then you would just have to navigate to the folder where you save the captchas, select all of them and import. But this is for the Captcha types that don't automatically refresh once you hit the view image. Cool, so let's get back to it. So I've pasted the URL here, the same one from here, right? I've set this to 10 as a quantity, and I'm gonna hit download. And you see here on the left, it downloaded 10 images. Now, first thing I want to do here is I'm gonna hit the answers. So for this, we have two options. Now, if you want to determine the success rate a little bit better, you would have to download at least 100 images, but it's not necessary. You're not going to enter 100 answers manually, so we've added the options to add your image typer's account, and you hit solve captchas. but I'm going to show you a manual how to do it. So I'm just going to type in these 10 answers, right? First one. Okay, so now we have our 10 answers. We have several image processing options here. It's shave, blur, Gaussian blur, unsharp, sharpen, threshold, black threshold, white threshold, median, posterize. These are used to process and clean the image. So depending on the captcha type and how complex or simple it is, you will just have to change these values here. The other option, OCR, here. Well, if you've noticed, for this particular captcha, it is using only uppercase and alphanumeric symbols, right? So I'm just gonna untick lowercase so we can have a higher success rate, and we'll go back to image processing. Now, as you can see, I want to clean this image a little bit, so I'm just gonna apply a threshold filter of 50%. I'm just gonna leave it as it is, right? Boom, and there we have it. It's cleaned up. Now I'm gonna hit a test to see how high my success rate is. And there we have it, 90%. Would you like to activate this captcha type? Yes. Well, normally I'm not sure, but I think one answer I hit wrong. Yes, the last one, because it normally should have been 100% for this one. So I'm just gonna correct this one here. 9EH. Okay, and hit test, activate one more time to make sure we hit 100%, right? And there we have it, 100%. Okay, the captcha type is now active. Cool. So now if I close the captcha destruction kit, I can see it here at user defined captcha types, hyper guestbook, and it should be the last one. Double click on it and it's perfectly solved. Now we have added to our database a few user type captcha, so if you're having a little bit of trouble applying the filters and so on, you can just have a look here. You know, let's check this one, for example, GSA unknown guestbook type 2. You can see here the image processing and what filters we've applied to it, like threshold 35%, then we applied a blur of 1 times 1, then another threshold of 35%, another blur, and another threshold. So, and it basically came up with this, with a success rate of 50%. So anyways, you can play around with the filters and get a higher success rate. As you see, CP links directory, we have 100%, MyABB, but all these captcha types are simple. So for different captcha types that are a little bit more complex, you know, like this one, you would have to apply a threshold filter, then maybe a negate, and so on. So basically, this is it. Another thing that I want to show you, besides GSA, well, we have used GSA as an example because it's simple to determine the footprints. They have everything included, so it should be easy work for you guys to do it. But you can also find Google. You can also use Google to find the captcha images. And let's say we type here captcha, right? and I'm gonna scroll down here on the left side, and I'm gonna determine the size. Let's say I want to do 120 by 40, right? So you see, now I have several Captcha types here, and either way I can select whatever Captcha I want. I'm just gonna open it in a new tab. I'm gonna do website for this image, and you know, if you wanna just check for the platform, there's a free tool called Platform Reader from SICK, and basically you would just have to paste all your URLs into one text file, then select the file, select the directory for the results, 2 separate files per platform, and process the file, and then it should save the platforms in separate files. Or you can always do view page source, but it's a little bit more complicated. You will have to have a bit of knowledge of doing this. So this is it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and for any other questions you can always contact us via support.